you're right up there with those guys, and that's pretty neat. You can walk right in and out of their pits, but that's a little different than NASCAR as well, atmosphere-wise.
So now, when you first saw a nitromethane front-engine dragster and got hooked on it, did you ever have a desire to drive one?
Did I do what?
Did you ever have a desire to drive one when you saw the nitromethane front-engine dragster?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I want to do that one day, I want to be a part of this any way I can. And I actually have an old top fuel car from about 1966 that I still can't find out any history on, but one of these days it's going to be, on the track. I don't know if I can afford to run nitromethane, but someday.
No, you got
something to look forward to.
Gotta do it before you get too old.
Yeah, I got to ride around in a hardtail front engine car, and I'll tell you, man, it really shakes you up. No suspension is rough on the body.
So when you first started drag racing, watching drag racing, who was some of your favorite drivers out there, like Snake Mongoose, stuff like that?
Yeah, all the big names.
Don Garlits.
Obviously, I was drawn more to the nitro side of it, but
yeah, Don Garlits.
Tommy Ivo, all of those guys.
Chris Karamessinis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eddie Hill, he was another big hero.
Jungle Jim.
He was gone by then, but yeah, watching his car, footage of his car, and that was a cool thing, and he was going to be huge until he passed away there and knocked it short. But being in the situation that I'm in and the capacity that I am with the sport, I do get to meet some of these guys every once in a while, and it's that's an awesome thing to be able to talk to some of your heroes like that.
Yeah. Then the great thing about you being at the track, you always get to see Arnie the farmer when he comes up there.
Mm-hmm. I remember I ran into him at an event at a different track here in the Midwest, and he saw me, and first thing he says is, "What the hell are you doing here?" He was laughing about it. You're not supposed to be here. But yeah, he's a good guy. Always has time for his fans.
Right. Yeah, he signs a lot of autographs in the pits.
Mm-hmm.
So now I asked you your greatest moment with Broadway Bob. So let me ask you another question. What's your greatest moment as being a track announcer at Great Lakes Dragaway?
My greatest moment as a track announcer, boy. There's a lot of them.
You have to have one memory that really stands out to you, I'm sure.
There was a night, I think it was a Wednesday night, just open racing, fun racing night, and this couple was out there running, and as a matter of fact, they had a front engine dragster at the time, which kind of caught my eye, from the get-go, but the lady came up to the tower and came up, into the tower to talk, and she had a surprise where she was gonna, her and her husband met at Great Lakes Dragaway, and they had their first date at that track, probably, I don't know if it was 20 or 30 years ago at that time, and the night they were up there running that car was their wedding anniversary, and she had brought her wedding dress, and he didn't know it, but she was going to go out and help him stage his car wearing her dress. And, they were going to do, she was going to do a renewing the vows thing.
Right.
And, he didn't have have a clue as to what was going on to him. It's like, hey, it's anniversary night, and we're running the dragster. Let's go, So the time came when they were coming up, and she had her dress on, and I gave a little spiel over the PA about it. And everybody in the stands were standing. It was awesome. He came up in the tower later on, and he said he could damn near hardly drive the car on the track because of what happened. He was so shocked and surprised.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah.
Another one is being able to pay homage to our vets. When we run our national anthem and do a little bit of talking about that, there's a few events where you go through that, and everybody stands, and you don't have a dry eye in the house. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, I like when I interview drag racers that served in the Army or whatever, Navy, Air Force. I always thank them for their service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's important, especially Vietnam era. They don't get a lot of the recognition that they should.
Yeah, at least our president now is giving them some recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know for a while we had Big Willie Robinson out by us for basically for a summer, and that was another one of my moments, was being able to spend as much time as I did with him. The founder of the International Brotherhood of Street Racers, and he opened the drag strip out in Los Angeles, and very important guy. And to sit down and just talk with him both on and off the microphone was a treat and an honor. He's a pretty amazing guy, and he was a decorated Vietnam veteran.
Okay, so let me ask you another question, Mark. When did you start your career as a DJ?
When did I start being a DJ? Not that long before racing. I got involved with the radio station in probably 97 or 98. And it could have been a little earlier than that. It gets a little hazy, but one day I just went up to my station manager and I'm like, hey, I want to be a DJ, man. I want to train to be a DJ. And started training in 2000. June of 2000. By November, I had a show set up. It was a 3 to 6 a.m. deal, but I had gotten a show. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, for your DJ personality, do you bring any of that to the drag strip?
Yeah, somewhat. I don't do the FM annoying DJ guy voice or any of that crap. I bring some of the music that I play on my show, I bring down to the racetrack for certain events. But I don't really put on a different persona per se, I guess, when I'm DJing. I don't have a character that I turn into or anything like that.
Right. So now at Great Lakes Dragaway, when you watch all these races, do you have any favorite drivers?
Any favorite drivers?
Yeah, who are some of your favorite racers to watch?
You talking about current or guys that ran at the track?
No, currently. Like, who do you like? Who do you enjoy watching?
Oh boy. Some of the guys I enjoy out by us, Richard Hutchins. He drives a Chevy Rebellion wheel stander. Guy's just amazing, you know, what he does, and then being able to talk to him about, you know, what he does and what he's done throughout the years. The wise guys basically pick one, you know. I love watching those guys, all of them. Boy, I don't know. There's so many different drivers. I like all of it. It's hard to pick anything specific.
Yeah. So, at what age did you pick up the guitar?
Oh boy, 7th grade.
Now, were you
Actually, I had one when I was probably 5 or 6 years old, but I never really did anything with it until junior high.
So were you self-taught on the guitar, or you took lessons?
I played violin in the orchestra before that, and I traded my violin in for a guitar, believe it or not, and basically taught myself. I think I probably had 3 lessons total, and just took it from there myself. And I must have did something all right, because I'm playing in a couple of bands still, you know.
Okay, I got a question. I'm going to interrogate you for a second. Quiet, Dave. So, you're a DJ, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what made you decide to take on the path of being a DJ?
What made me decide to be a DJ?
What made you decide to take that route?
I'm sorry, repeat. I didn't hear the second half of that.
What made you decide to take that route?
To take that route? Boy, I love music.
Continue.
It's kind of something I always wanted to do as well, you know, be able to play music on the radio, get on the radio and do stuff like that. It's a dream I had since I was a little kid, but, you know, I love music and I like to be able to bring it to people.
So now, last year, your old band got back together, right?
Yeah, we had a instrumental surf combo, playing stuff kind of like Adventures, etc. And we got back together after 10 years to play a benefit. That particular band, we played at Great Lakes Dragaway the year of the 50th anniversary. And we also, I don't know if you're familiar with Sunset Motors, the Hog Slayer, Norton Motorcycle. There was a documentary put together on PC and his motorcycle, and our band ended up in the soundtrack for that. And PC used to drag race out of the Great Lakes Dragaway back in the 60s and 70s on a top fuel Norton. So it's kind of neat that everything kind of came around that way. But, yeah, we got back together. We're still going, and hopefully we're going to do some recording this year.
So you have any shows planned yet for this year?
For the band?
Yeah.
Not yet. We had a couple of offers for things, and we're still mulling stuff over for that. The other band that I play in, our singer just signed with Sony as a songwriter, and we're getting a whole bunch of exposure with that group. And I guess we're going to be playing down at Summerfest this year. We got some other stuff in the works. Sounds like fun.
So now, if people are listening and they want to see where your band is going to be playing, how can they find where your band is going to be playing at?